Hello everyone, good evening. I'm Shreya Dhondial. It's 2026. We have a woman president. We have women fighter pilots in the Indian Air Force. We are looking at sending our astronauts to space, and yet today, here we are talking about a social practice that was banned in India 65 years ago. There are 20 dowry deaths, ladies and gentlemen, a day, every day in India, according to NCRB data. And Twisha and Deepika have become part of that very shameful statistic. One is an ex-Miss Pune, married into an influential judge's family in Bhopal. The other, a 24-year-old whose family had spent ₹1 crore on her wedding. Both killed not by one, but by two curses. One, the curse of dowry, and second, the curse of compromise. Parents of both the women say their daughters didn't commit suicide, they were murdered. Both say the girls had continuously sought help and sent distress messages to friends and family. But the parents hoped things would eventually work out. At least Deepika's parents certainly hoped that. Twisha was married for only about 5 months. She met her advocate husband, Samarth, on a dating app, and within a year, they were married. What followed was a deeply strained marriage, filled with suspicion and dowry demands, according to her parents. Twisha was accused of carrying an illegitimate child and was asked to abort it. She told her friend and her mother that she felt suffocated and trapped. Her emotional distress, ladies and gentlemen, was clear. At one point, she told her mother she was going crazy in Bhopal. Her mother, at one point, asked her to ignore it. Twisha was found hanging in a marital home 6 days ago. Her mother-in-law, a retired judge, is out on bail. Her son, an advocate, is absconding. There is a 10,000 rupee bounty on his head now. And there is breaking news coming in from Bhopal, ladies and gentlemen, in the Twisha death case. A court has rejected the anticipatory bail plea that has been filed by her husband, Samarth Singh. With no relief from the court, Samarth remains absconding as the investigation into the case continues. Let me go straight across to Priyank, who's joining us on the broadcast. Priyank, it has been 6 days after Twisha's death. Her parents have refused to cremate her body, insisting that the mother-in-law be arrested and the son be arrested. Essentially, Twisha's husband be arrested. That is not happening anytime soon, given the fact that he's still absconding.
See, Shreya, in these dowry death case, the police officials go by the procedure, and that has certainly taken so much of time. But since there was a delay in the filing of the FIR, that has also given some ray of hope for the accused in this particular case, where they had managed to secure the anticipatory bail, which has been opposed by Twisha's family. There's a fresh set of CCTV footage which also shows that Twisha was walking upstairs. That has been shared on behalf of the accused family side, so that they can establish that this was not a clear case of murder. But what led to this kind of scenario is certainly something which police officials also need to probe, because the abetment to suicide can easily be seen, because in those kind of text messages which we have shown to our viewers, it was quite clear that she was repeatedly being verbally and mentally abused, and that has also led to physical abuse, because all these injuries marks were anti-mortem. Same set of thing has also come up in Deepika's case, where what we have got to know in Noida, that the Noida doctors have found that the injury mark on Deepika's body were anti-mortem, which means that both the cases are clearly resembling to each other, where the injury marks have been there before the death. All
right, we'll leave it there for the moment. Both cases now under investigation. Navnidhi Sharma is Twisha's father. He's joining us from Bhopal this evening. नवनिधि जी, हमसे बात करने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर जॉइनिंग अस. मुश्किल का समय है आपके लिए, इससे ज़्यादा समय नहीं लूंगी. आप लोग इंसिस्ट कर रहे हैं कि आपकी बेटी ने सुसाइड कमिट नहीं किया, जैसे कि पोस्टमार्टम बोल रही है रिपोर्ट, लेकिन उसका मर्डर हुआ है. प्लीज हमारे व्यूअर्स को ये बताइए कि आप क्यों कह रहे हैं दैट व्हाट इज हैपनिंग राइट नाउ इन द नेम ऑफ इन्वेस्टिगेशन इज नथिंग बट अ कवर अप.
जो कि पीएम रिपोर्ट सजेस्ट कर रही है, जो इंडिकेट कर रही है पीएम, वो फाइंडिंग्स मैच नहीं कर रही हैं, इसलिए ये हम बोल रहे हैं. उसके लिए हमने ये बोला है कि PM2 के लिए तुरंत बोला. और आप ये देखिए कि कितना इन्फ्लुएंस हो रहा है. कमिश्नर पुलिस ने हमें अप्रूवल दी और बोला कि इमीडिएटली इस बॉडी को दिल्ली एम्स में शिफ्ट कीजिए, इनकी जो मांग है इसको हम मानते हैं और इनको भेजा जाए। उसके बाद उसको डिनाइल आ गया नेक्स्ट डे कि ये कह करके कि ये मेरे जुडिक्शन की बात नहीं है, आपको जुडिशरी से इसका अप्रूवल लेना पड़ेगा। अब आप समझ रहे हैं ना, जुडिशरी किसकी है? इन्हीं लोगों की जुडिशरी है। लोक आयुक्त इनके घर के क्लोज मेंबर्स हैं। आप इनकी क्लोज फैमिली का अगर चार्ट निकालेंगे तो दे आर ऑल इन बिग प्लेसेस। जो चीफ जस्टिस, सारे बड़े बड़े लोग, मेडिकल में इनके लोग, सारी जगह इनके लोग। आप कैसे न्याय की उम्मीद कर रहे हैं? या ये लोग डिकम्पोज कर रहे हैं कि कोशिश कर रहे हैं बॉडी को पूरी तरीके से, टाइम लगा रहे हैं ताकि ये कोई साक्ष्य को मिटाने की कोशिश हो रही है। सारा इंडिकेट कर रहा है ये इट्स ए क्रिमिनल वेल प्लान मर्डर।
नवनीत जी, आप कल जो है चीफ मिनिस्टर के घर भी गए थे, उसका क्या हुआ? चीफ मिनिस्टर आपसे मिले नहीं?
हम अंदर बुलाया गया, हमें 1 मिनट का समय नहीं मिल गया। हम प्रायोरिटी में नहीं थे उनके लिए एक बेटी का मर जाना इज़ नॉट ए प्रायोरिटी। वो हमसे मिलने का समय उन्होंने दिया ही नहीं। वो थे वहाँ पर, कुछ मीटिंग्स में थे, पर उन्होंने बोला कि वो बहुत मीटिंग्स में है, आज भी, कल भी, परसों भी, और उनका मिलने से क्या फ़ायदा, क्योंकि ये तो जुडिशरी का मैटर है। ऐसा जवाब सुन करके हम वहाँ से आए।
नवनिधि जी, आप कह रहे हैं कि जुडिशरी कॉम्प्रोमाइज्ड है क्योंकि त्विषा की मदर जो है, शी इज अ रिटायर्ड जज, बट द फैक्ट इज that your son-in-law's anticipatory bail has just been rejected. Then why are you saying that the judiciary is also complicit?
सर देखिए, आपकी अगर जिस पुलिस ने आज दलील दी कि आपकी जो है इनको छोड़ा ना जाए अक्यूज्ड को, क्योंकि ये बहुत प्रभावशाली लोग हैं, साक्ष्यों से साथ छेड़छाड़ कर सकते हैं, तो पहले अक्यूज्ड को आपने कैसे छोड़ दिया? क्या वो साक्ष्यों से छेड़छाड़ नहीं कर सकता? अगर पुलिस इस दलील को मान रही है तो फिर ये कोर्ट के डिसीजन कॉन्फ्लिक्ट वाले डिसीजन है कि पहले वाले को क्यों छोड़ा और दूसरे वाले को क्यों पकड़ लिया आपने। ये क्या इनकी कुछ प्लानिंग है अंदर से? क्योंकि ये तो बहुत बड़े वाले हैं ना सर, ये तो क्रिमिनल लॉयर है ना, इनको पता है ना कैसे बचा जाता है, हाई कोर्ट में कैसे निकाला जाएगा आगे फ्यूचर में, किस तरीके से पिछले दरवाजे से ये जमानत को रद्द करवा देंगे, ये अरेस्ट को रद्द करवा देंगे, हमने खारिज करवा देंगे। ये बहुत सारी चालें हैं। ये हम तो इससे अनभिज्ञ है ना, हमें तो जुडिशरी के अंदर डाल दिया ना। हम ये चाह रहे हैं कि हम जब PM2 बाहर करा रहे हैं तो हमारी जांच भी निष्पक्ष जो है सुप्रीम कोर्ट के अंदर में होनी चाहिए।
तो सर आप डेथ का रीजन क्या समझते हैं?
देखिए, डेथ के रीजन में जो फाइंडिंग्स आ रही है ना, जो बॉडी के ऊपर मार्क्स आ रहे हैं, पिटाई हुई है उसकी, इतने सारे मार्क्स आ रहे हैं, बहुत सारी डिटेल्स लिखी गई हैं जो वो मिसमैच्ड है। जो एक्सपर्ट ने जिसका दलील दी है, जिसका एक्सप्लेनेशन दिया है, इसमें बहुत सारे पॉइंट्स निकल के आ रहे हैं। इसमें हाइट का भी पॉइंट निकल के आ रहा है कि उसमें PM रिपोर्ट में हाइट जो लिखी गई है वो लड़की की एक्चुअल हाइट से कम लिखी गई है।
नवनिधि जी, for clarity's sake, this is a question for you. क्या डाउरी की डिमांड्स थी? मैं आपसे बहुत क्लियरली पूछ रही हूँ क्योंकि डाउरी के चार्जेस भी लगे हैं। क्या डाउरी की डिमांड थी और किस तरह की डाउरी की डिमांड थी?
बहुत सारी चीजें, ये तो मैं एक पॉइंट बता रहा हूँ आपको, एक पॉइंट जी। देखिए, ये डाउरी डिमांड्स आज की डेट में आप भी एक्सेप्ट करेंगे, कोई खुलेआम नहीं बात करता, इसको खर्चे के रूप में बताया जाता है, तरह तरह के नाटक किए जाते हैं। वो हमारे सामने हुए और जिसको हमने दिया भी है पैसा, जिसको मेंशन किया हमने, ये इन्होंने एक नाटक क्रिएट किया था एट द टाइम ऑफ वेडिंग एज वेल। तो हमने कहा ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, हर बाप अपनी बेटी के लिए कुछ भी खर्चा देने के लिए तैयार रहता है। इफ़ बेटी इज़ गोइंग इनटू ए गुड फैमिली, नो इशू ऑन दैट। तो जिन्होंने दिया था उन्होंने ही आगे बढ़ करके बोला कि वो पैसे तो मैंने दिए थे यहाँ पर। तो ये एक प्रोसेस थे जो छुपे रहते हैं। जब आदमी मृत्यु हो जाती है, किसी की घटना हो जाती है, तभी ऐसे वाक़ये सामने आते हैं। अदरवाइज तो आदमी इनको अपना रेगुलर खर्चा मान के इसको ख़त्म करके चलता है आगे की बात। कोई आदमी इसको एज ए डायरी एक्ट में नहीं लेना चाहता।
सर, लेकिन शादी के बाद भी क्या डिमांड्स थी डाउरी की?
शादी के बाद डिमांड थी ना, क्योंकि इसके पास 20 लाख के अराउंड के शेयर थे, तो उसको अपने नाम पे ट्रांसफ़र कराना चाहता था। और इसके हमेशा इसको बोलता था कि तू जो है अपना खर्चा चला, क्योंकि तू कमाती नहीं है, हम कितना कमाएंगे, हम तेरा कैसा खर्चा चलाएंगे। दैट काइंड ऑफ उसको ताने मिलते थे, वो सब चैट में रिफ्लेक्ट होता है। हम उसको पैसे भेजते थे। अब ये लोग बोलते हैं कि हमने उसको, ये क्या करता था, ये क्रिमिनल माइंडसेट था। ये अपने खरीदारी खर्चे कराने के लिए इसके अकाउंट में पैसे ट्रांसफ़र करता था, फिर अपने सामान खरीद करके उसको ख़त्म कर देता था उस पैसे को, और इसके हाथ में एक पैसा नहीं छोड़ता था। इसने बाद में बंद भी कर दिया कि बोले तू मुझे पैसा मत देना, क्योंकि यू आर यूजिंग माई अकाउंट टू डू सम एक्सपेंडिचर। इसने मना कर दिया था, इसने अकाउंट को अपने क्लोज कर दिया था इस बात को लेकर के कि यू डोंट गिव शो कि यू आर गिविंग सम मनी इन माई अकाउंट, यू वांट टू शो इट and you just want to make sure that you are giving me money, but you are not actually giving me money, you are using it for your own expenses. So उसने अपना जो है अकाउंट ही बंद कर दिया था, क्लोज कर दिया था उसने अपना अकाउंट। पैसे तो हम दे रहे थे उसको खर्चे के लिए, हमने कितनी बार ट्रांजेक्शन्स किए।
सर, मेरा आखिरी सवाल आपसे, हमने आपकी बेटी के और उनकी माँ के बीच जो व्हाट्सएप चैट्स हैं वो भी देखे हैं। दे आर फ्रैंकली क्वाइट हार्ट ब्रेकिंग। योर डॉटर एट वन पॉइंट इज सेइंग शी इज ट्रैप्ड, another point she's saying she's going crazy, then she's asking her mother to come and take her as soon as possible. Can I ask you, in retrospect, when you look back at the sequence of events, do you feel had you possibly tried to help your daughter a little early, or at least come and taken her away as she was asking and begging you to, you wouldn't have seen this day, sir?
We were reacting, being a parent, we were ready to take her out from that home. We were just planned. If you look at the complete series of events, you will find that our tickets were cancelled. Her tickets were cancelled twice. So we were actually immediately planned to go over there and take Tisha out of that house, but we could not succeed. Before that, she died.
Okay. ओके सर, वी लीव इट देयर फॉर द मोमेंट। आपकी मुश्किल की घड़ी है, हमको समय देने के लिए, हमसे बात करने के लिए थैंक यू वेरी मच। Ladies and gentlemen, meanwhile, there is some breaking news coming in. There is CCTV footage coming now from the time of the alleged suicide. It is raising some fresh questions in the Twisha case. The victim's family is alleging, as they look at this CCTV camera, they are alleging that Giribala Singh, Twisha's mother-in-law, and her husband Samarth Singh came down from the third floor to the ground floor to administer CPR, questioning why CPR was not given immediately at the spot itself. Priyank, we are looking at this CCTV footage. It's a bit dark inside. You can clearly make out that there are two people who are going. There is Twisha there. She's climbing up the stairs. What is this CCTV showing us, telling us, and what are the questions now being raised about it?
This is adding more, complexity to the case, Shreya, because what it is being establishing that the deceased in this case can be seen walking to the top floor, and also what it's showing that the family members were taking them out. So it could be also a beneficial thing for the accused side, because by this they're trying to establish that when Tisha went up, she was alone. So that is the thing which we were also talking about earlier. What is very important in this case, Shreya, that this is certainly not ruling out the possibility that Tisha was abetted to commit suicide. This is what the family members have been saying, and also the post-mortem finding which is suggesting that the injuries were anti-mortem. So this will be a part of investigation for the police. Certainly it will try to give a perspective to the investigators that what actually led to this unfortunate incident.
Leave it there for the moment, Priyank. Thank you very much for joining us. As Twisha's story, ladies and gentlemen, shocked the nation, there was another similar tragedy that played out in Noida. Here the dowry demands were not camouflaged but straight. Deepika's father had spent 1 crore rupees on her wedding 17 months ago. Then came demands of 51 lakh rupees and a Fortuner. When that wasn't met, there was abuse. Her father says they didn't file a police complaint because they thought that this bad phase will pass. On Sunday, a crying Deepika called them, saying she was being beaten up. Her family came to resolve the matter and left. At night, news came in of her death. The family claims she was thrown off the roof. The in-laws say she committed suicide. Both her husband and father-in-law are now under arrest. My guest this evening, Charuvali Khanna, is a former member of the NCW, joining us on the broadcast. Barkat Rehan is a men's rights activist. She is joining us on the broadcast as well. Shahrukh Khanna, you know, what shocks me and what completely agonizes me is the fact that in 2026 we are still talking about dowry deaths. And these are dowry deaths in educated urban Indian homes.
Absolutely. I think, we have to stop thinking of it dowry as a traditional practice. You use the word practice. It's a crime. It's a crime, and anyone who any taking or giving in connection with marriage is considered dowry, and it's a criminal offense. So once we are clear about this, but unfortunately today we are living in a consumer world, and everybody is wanting to show their wealth. What was the need for? I mean, I feel very sad for him and his loss of his daughter. But the one whose daughter died in Bhopal, he was very. I would say he was very educated man, because he was camouflaging the words dowry. And he was not using, he knew that giving and taking is a crime. So he didn't use those words, and he said, no, and we were supporting her. If you could support your daughter and send money to her account every month, why didn't you get her home and support her? She's saying, you've sent me to Bhopal. She's saying, the kind of messages she's sharing with her family.
Let's put out her chats, please, on our screens, because Charuvali Khanna is talking about those chats. Very distressing. Let's put that out, please. Yes, Charu, go on, please.
I don't know. You may not like it, because I feel the girls worse. Most of these incidents, whether it's rape or any crime, is happening within the house, and the girl is unfortunately very unsafe in her own house, and the parents are the girl's worst enemy. Today, because we are in an educated society and everyone's relatively more prosperous, they feel it's a status symbol. The girl will get a better catch if she's educated. So they decide which science she should take, arts she should take. They decide she should work, not work. If she gets a job, they decide where she should work or not work. They don't give the girl any right, any independence of thinking. Where does the girl go? In this case, there's I'd say it's a clear-cut dowry death case, section 80, which was 304 of the previous IPC.
Charuji, since you're a lawyer, a quick question. We've just heard from Twisha's father, and he's saying that, the dowry demands came camouflaged, and you've just mentioned that as well, and that he was essentially giving some 20,000 rupees to his own daughter as kharcha. Will that constitute dowry as well? I just want to understand the legality here.
I just want to tell you, in the section 80 of the BNS is very clear. Any demand, you see, when we talk about any monetary demand, any extortion, we have to remove this word dowry, because the moment the word dowry comes, everyone brings in tradition, religion, all those things come. This is extortion in the name of marriage, which is happening across all religions. It's not only in one religion. Across all religions, you see this.
And what has happened in Noida, Barkat Rehan, is a clear-cut case of dowry. For 14 months, there are dowry demands made on this young 23-year-old girl. Her father's already spent 1 crore rupees on her wedding. He has already given the boy's family a Scorpio and some 11 lakh rupees. The family says this is not enough. We want 51 lakh rupees and we now want a Fortuner. That doesn't come, so the girl is beaten up. She cries. She asks her parents to come take her. They come, but some sort of compromise formula is worked out. They leave, and the next thing they hear is their daughter is dead. Barkaji, you for a long time have argued that anti-dowry laws are essentially laws meant to harass men and their families. Will you still say that after seeing what has happened to Deepika and Twisha?
Let me begin with, even with such strong pro-women laws, why do women have to do this? One phone call to their parents, and the parents also understanding the situation, like our uncle on one of the studios was sitting and saying that समाज का डर था, हम उसे वापस ले आते नहीं, समाज का डर था. So get the समाज का डर, and those who are going for the big fat marriages, like people are saying that 1 crore, the family alleged that they had spent 1 crore. Why are you spending 1 crore on big fat marriages? Educate your daughter, make her decisions strong, let her fight for herself. Train the daughters to take responsibilities after marriage of their acts. Now, let me come with the dowry death angle. Every genuine dowry death is a national shame, and the guilty must face the harshest punishment. But calling every dowry death before investigation is not justice, it is prejudice. Today,
I understand.
why
You're
are-
saying let investigations be over before you make charges of dowry demands. I understand that. But will you not go by what Deepika's
cannot-
father is saying? Because he's someone who's lost a
cannot
daughter.
allow
Does he have
guilty-
any reason to lie? Barkhaji.
No, it is not about lying. It is not about lying. We have to understand what was the cause of death, whether it was suicide, whether it was abetment suicide, whether it was homicide. We cannot pronounce judgment in the studio. We have to wait for fair investigation, time-bound investigation, and the guilty, whosoever is guilty, should be penalized.
Okay.
I already said that.
Okay. Charu, I just...
Dowry laws were created to protect women from creating, not to create automatic guilt without evidence. These are just allegations. Wait and watch, and things will come on. It's too early to say anything right now.
Okay. Charu Wali Khanna, quick question to you, please. After that, I'll wrap the show. By, somehow blaming the parents, both you and Barkhat Rehan have spoken about the fact that the parents should have come in earlier and rescued their daughters from this distressing situation that they found themselves in. When we start, blaming the parents, are we taking away the blame from the real culprits, which is the husband and the in-laws?
I don't really agree, because I feel that if one parent is arrested, it will be a message to others that these kind of things will not happen. Because the girl is pleading, but you're not bothered about, the woman, a daughter has no value in her parents' eyes. The society has more value. What society will think, what stigma, etc., they're talking about. And especially this young girl, Deepika, I mean, she kept pleading, and her parents said, resolve karenge. The worst thing a parent can say is compromise karo, adjust karo. Marriage is a compromise, yes. But violence is absolutely a zero tolerance. The same thing happens if the girl goes to the police station. The thana says ki compromise kar lo, and then they make her write something. This is the worst thing. When someone has started indulging in violence to demand some material extortion and money from you, you should put your foot down over there and make the complaint and take the matter seriously. Because if you don't, the monster of greed will increase, and your daughter's life is at stake.
Okay, we'll leave it there for the moment. It's a very unfortunate day that we are speaking about 2 dowry deaths in India. I'm going to thank both of you for joining us. Have parents across this country who are in the process of getting their daughters married, taking some lessons out of what has happened to these 2 young women? I hope they are. We'll leave it there. Charu, thank you very much for joining us. Barkhat, thank you very much for joining us. On that note, a quick break. We'll be back with much more news. Do stay with us.